Alrighty, sequence 11, Battle of Monmouth. So this is another one of those sections that I think stupid, but maybe other people like. You're just shooting a cannon at troops.
Do you want to read what the Battle of Monmouth was?
Yes, please.
Kind of interesting. The Battle of Monmouth was an American Revolutionary War battle fought on June 28, 1778 in Monmouth County, New Jersey. The Continental Army under General George Washington Carver attacked the rear of the British Army column commanded by Lieutenant General Sir Henry Clinton as they left Monmouth Courthouse. It is sometimes known as the Battle of Monmouth Courthouse. So basically, he flanked the British Army and had them completely surrounded.
With cannons.
Cannons. Unsteady handling of the lead Continental elements by Major General Charles Lee had allowed British Rearguard Commander Lieutenant General Charles Cornwallis to seize the initiative, but Washington's timely arrival on the battlefield rallied the Americans along a hilltop hedgerow. Doesn't look like that right now.
So Charles Lee.
Sensing the opportunity to smash the Continentals, Cornwallis pressed his attack and captured the hedgerow in stifling heat. Do they mention the heat at all in this mission?
No, maybe.
Do they talk about global warming?
Yes, non-stop.
Washington consolidated his troops in a new line on heights behind marshy ground, used his artillery to fix the British in their positions, then brought up a 4-gun battery under Major General Nathaniel Greene on nearby Combs Hill to, I don't know this word, enfilade the British line, requiring Cornwallis to withdraw. Finally, Washington tried to hit the exhausted British rearguard on both flanks, but darkness forced the end of the engagement. Both armies held the field, but the British commanding General Clinton withdrew undetected at midnight to resume his army's march to New York City.
So you said Charles Lee.
I did.
He is the main bad guy in this game. And I wasn't sure if he was a real person or not. The whole time I was playing. But he is. General Charles Lee. I wonder what he would say if he knew there was a video game about him 300 years later.
He'd say, "What the fuck is electricity?"
Yeah, he's hanging out with Ben Franklin. He knows.
Yeah, but it was a long time before we could control electricity, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Before we had a light bulb.
Power of electricity in our hands.
What's that clock? And what's the 100% sync on this?
The 100% sync is blast 8 groups of enemies with like one shot. So, they're in, little squares of dudes. So just hit the whole square. So just aim well, I guess. And then the other one is
And you'll get 8 at once.
kill 2 with one shot. Yeah, it was not hard. I got it my first try. So prevent executions. So as you're running through this area, as the timer's counting down, you'll see these like squads of assassination.
Yeah, they look like execution rows.
Right. So just attack them, and you'll get the 100% sync.
Do you only have 3 opportunities to get it, or is there more than...
I think there's just 3.
Oh, okay. So you have to be perfect. But it's not too hard?
No.
Okay. So, enfilade. Interesting term. It's a military tactic where basically if you sneak up on a row of enemy soldiers, you're firing like basically directly perpendicular to them. So if there's a line literally like face to face, like there's 2 lines of people facing each other, you go perpendicular to one of those rows and fire in a straight line on them. So it's basically like the best possible way to fire.
Like if you had a laser gun, you could kill the whole line.
Right. If you were an AC-130 going right over, you could just drop one beautiful row of bombs like right on top of them and just...
Enfilade. How do you pronounce that?
I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Enfilade.
Enfilade. They don't use that.
Enfilade or enfilade?
I don't think that tactic gets used too much these days. Did you see much of that in the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 game?
No. Not even during the RTS that they tried to introduce during the Strike Force missions, which was absolute shit. Those missions were so fucking stupid.
It's a shame. Having high hopes for something and then having them dashed.
And then absolutely shat upon. Yeah. Ooh, you got an achievement there. I almost pressed the guide button on my imaginary Xbox controller to see what the achievement description was. Do you know what it was?
Probably complete Battle of Monmouth.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was that George W. right there?
Oh, I thought this was Sequence 11. Sequence 10 complete. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, that's GW.
George W. Cool.